Then Mercutio tells jokes for
Swim
a
into
while.
the sandbank.
That seemed utterly pointless, but we'll get back to that. Let's see what Romeo's doing. Ah, yes, the cave of Friar Lawrence. Oh, I get it. He's the friar, and that's a friar. Hilarious. So anyway, Romeo wants to get Friar Lawrence to marry him and Juliet, but he's unwilling at first until some cool music plays that he realizes that it would actually be a good thing for them to get married. Then Juliet arrives and they... And so they were wed.
What do you call a Capulet with one brain cell? Gifted!
And now Mercutio is telling hate jokes.
I'm just killing myself!
If only. So Romeo and Juliet stop to visit a now unsinkable ship, and the water is suddenly filled with thousands of volts of electricity, killing everything in the area. Tell it right, Husky. Okay, so that didn't happen, but it should have, given the circumstances. It gets hotter under the water at Club Chub, and the nautical newlyweds are ready to rock the boat. If you know what I mean. Wait, rewind that. How do you trip underwater? Well, anyway, they have a good time until all the fish realize what they're saying.
Oh look, a Montague and a Capulet together.
A Montague and a Capulet together!
Together!
It's disgusting.
Scandalous!
So the other fish take some serious offense at this and try to kill them over it. Why? I don't know. Well, all the fish are stupid, so Romeo and Juliet escape. Whoopee. So the two of them find a spot where they can be alone when she shows up. It is later revealed that her name is Kissy Fish, for
Can I kiss him too?
currently obvious reasons.
Handsome.
Her job seems to be to set up awkward conversations and
Wait just a minute.
heart-tearing dread.
If the prince finds out, you'll be in big trouble. Okay, bye-bye.
Why does everyone keep forgetting about the prince? He's a huge stinking tub of blubber. He's bound to leave an impression.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's Kissy Fish. She spells out your love's imminent doom and then cheerfully swims away. Well, they seem to be swimming in stagnant seawater now when... oh, here he comes. They just narrowly escape when Kissy arrives for more sage advice.
Hey, what happens if he doesn't find you?
Well, he would probably go after their friends and family. Uh-oh.
This is all gonna end in tears.
Hey, she's almost as depressing as you. Almost. So the prince tries to interrogate Romeo's friends when Mercutio starts poking the hornet's net with a stick when Romeo arrives to drop a bombshell.
She loves me.
My daughter.
And right when the prince is about to cut this movie short, Mercutio actually does something useful by distracting him with a flood of insult jokes. This is either a huge act of courage, or he really did not read the script.
Are you eating a...
Romeo, my son.
Wow, he must have taken acting lessons from Tommy Wiseau. But then Romeo, in an attempt to save his friend, only manages to distract him at a crucial moment. Way to go, hero.
Look for me tomorrow, and you will find me a grave seal.
Then the animation budget runs out, Romeo gets mad, and that set piece from The Lion King falls over because the prince is...
Romeo, my son.
So Humpty and Dumpty have their great fall, but it turns out there was enough magic water to cushion their landing.
He's alive. I thought he was dead.
Well, the prince plans to take care of that because the next thing he declares is...
I banish you, Shark Island.
Would have saved a lot of time if you'd have done that a little bit sooner, buddy. The thing that gets me riled up is the fact that Romeo actually goes through with it. Hello? Remember those couple of chase scenes from earlier? This guy couldn't catch a cold. Wanna try that again? Well, we can't let the emotional drama ride too high in a kid's movie, right? So now we get a mediocre villain song. Granted, it's better than the last two we heard, but that's like saying slamming your fingers in a door is less painful than sticking your hand in a bonfire. They both still hurt. Who the heck did they get to voice the starfish?
When I walk down the aisle, I want all to smile.
I really gotta stop asking questions. Meanwhile, as Romeo waits to die on Shark Island, he gets a visit from Kissyfish, who then starts to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's kind of like watching home movies of your little cousin at the school talent show. You're embarrassed as all get out, but you'd feel bad about saying it because it would hurt their feelings. Luckily, we don't care about other people's feelings here, so we don't have that problem. This song is dumb and pointless. So Juliet goes to Friar Lawrence for help, and incites something unexpected.
Plot to put things right.
He's really trying to help her, but in all honesty, this is what the villain's song should have sounded like. This very short song sets up the plot where Friar Lawrence gives Juliet the sleeping potion.
But to think you're dead!
What a tangled web we weave.
Wait a minute. I thought Mercutio was dead.
Shut up, Kissy! So, at the wedding,
Juliet is dead.
Oh, women! It's always something!
unfortunately, Malvolio sees this and thinks Juliet is dead for real, and goes to tell Romeo. The friar tries to stop him, but he's too old and decrepit to keep up with the token fat guy.
I should have never quit jogging.
Oh yeah, and this guy shows up.
Why does it always have to be a shark?
So Malvolio gets to Romeo first, and uses the same dramatic pause Friar Lawrence used to break the news to him.
Dead.
And suddenly the budget for the color up and runs out. It's called dramatic effect. See? It's back now. Friar Lawrence can't seem to lose the shark. Then Romeo comes to the startling realization that... What the... hey, we're in the middle of a dramatic moment here. I liked it better when you were creepy.
Does the world really need another shark chase?
No, it doesn't. But apparently, we have to have one. Kissy shows up and leads the friar to safety.
Come with me, you want to live.
No problemo.
But when that proves futile, she calls a bunch of her friends.
It's Spanky time! Spankin'.
I'm gonna wrap it up now. Romeo is all sad that Juliet is apparently dead and, in an act of necrophilia, absorbs a taste of the death potion used to knock her out and falls over. The Capulets all arrive out of nowhere. This guy calls Romeo his son again, twice in fact. Friar Lawrence gives a short sermon about the evils of hating. There's a lot of lip quivering, weeping, and gnashing of teeth. Mercutio shows up in some kind of magical wave. The potion wears off, the crab band shows up again, and they both get eaten. Nah, just kidding. A female version of the prince shows up, instantly eliminating whatever kind of threat he posed to anyone. And I just want to point out that female elephant seals look nothing like their male counterparts. They're smaller by a landslide, and they don't have that humongous nose either. Those two go off on their honeymoon, and that's the end. Now then, I said that I didn't hate this movie. And I know what you're all thinking. Leaf, everything you've shown us up to this point demonstrate that this is, in fact, a movie that you should hate. Why don't you? Well, here's the thing. While it's obviously adapted from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, the screenplay, the directing, some of the voice acting, and all of the animation was all done by one guy, Phil Nibbling. While it's obvious that he lacks a few of the other skills which make Disney movies so great, it's more than enough that he sat down and digitally made 1,300 backgrounds and over 120,000 drawings by himself over the course of 4 years. He even took care of processing the film himself. In short, it's movies like this that should remind viewers never to accept second-rate stuff from larger, more sophisticated companies who try to pass off terrible junk that gets reviewed here and on thatguywiththeglasses.com. All in all, I declare this a must-own for any serious connoisseur of movies, as a reminder not to accept mediocre crap from people who can definitely do better.
I'm suddenly in the mood for sushi.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that.
Juliet and I are getting married tonight. Yeah. Ooh, baby, baby, that's alright. What a sight. Ooh, I look just right tonight. Ooh, baby, when I walk down the aisle, I want all to smile. Ooh, baby, baby, he's got style. He's got style. Ooh, baby, baby, I got style. Yeah. I'm at the wheel, I'm the Captain Seal. Ooh, baby, baby, I can't conceal my appeal. Ooh.